It feels illegal. That's the exact phrase one gamer used to describe their experience. Not committing a spectacular multi-million-dollar heist in a game, not engaging in a frantic six-star police chase through the streets of a digital metropolis, but simply having a single, solitary icon resting on their console's home screen. An icon that, for the better part of a decade, has felt more like a mythical creature from a forgotten legend than a tangible piece of software. This one, powerful statement perfectly encapsulates the wonderfully bizarre, emotionally charged, and fever-pitched state of the Grand Theft Auto 6 fandom at this very moment. A tiny, seemingly insignificant file has quietly materialized on the Xbox Store, and its very existence is sending shockwaves of pure excitement through the global gaming community. Let's be perfectly clear, this is not the game. It's not a demo. It's not even what you would traditionally call a preload. So what in the sun-drenched, neon-soaked world of Vice City is it? Today, we are going to dive headfirst into the fascinating phenomenon of the Grand Theft Auto 6 pre-load. We will meticulously uncover what this mysterious 328.76 megabyte file actually is, and more importantly, what it represents. We will explore the powerful, undeniable psychology behind why millions of dedicated fans are rushing to download something that, on a purely functional level, does absolutely nothing at all. And finally, we will ask the billion-dollar question. Is this some random, unforeseen glitch in the system? Or is this a calculated, four-dimensional chess move from the undisputed grandmasters of hype at Rockstar Games? A deliberate signal to the world that the final, agonizing countdown has well and truly begun? Let's get into it. For more than a decade, the gaming world has been in constant flux. Entire empires have risen and fallen. New genres have been born, redefined, and have saturated the market. We've seen the rise of battle royales, the explosion of live service games, the dawn of a new generation of virtual reality. We've played through countless open worlds, from the fantasy realms of Elden Ring to the cyberpunk streets of Night City. And through it all, one question has remained a constant, echoing in comment sections and forums. Where is Grand Theft Auto 6? It became more than a question. It became a meme, a running joke, a symbol of impossibly high expectations and an almost mythical development cycle. Imagine the scene for a moment. You power on your console, your heart thumping with a rhythm of nervous anticipation. You navigate to the digital storefront, your fingers hovering over the controller. You type in the four letters that have dominated gaming speculation for years, GTAVI. And there it is. Not a rumor, not a fan-made concept, but an official listing, Grand Theft Auto 6. You click on it. You hit download. The process is surprisingly, almost anticlimactically, quick. A mere 328.76 megabytes. In an era of games that routinely command over 150 gigabytes of hard drive space, this is a digital droplet in a vast ocean. You navigate back to your home screen and the moment of truth arrives. There it sits, the official logo, the stunning key art featuring Lucia and Jason against a Vice City sunset, nestled amongst your other games. It's real. You select it, your mind racing with possibilities. And nothing. The key art flashes up, filling your screen for a few brief, tantalizing seconds, and then you're unceremoniously booted back to the dashboard. That's the entire experience. This is where we need to draw a sharp distinction. A normal preload, which usually becomes available a week or two before a game's launch, involves downloading the full encrypted game files. It's a massive file that sits on your hard drive, ready to be unlocked the second the game officially releases. This is not that. This, as the source article so brilliantly dubbed it, is a preload. It's a placeholder for the future placeholder. From a purely practical, logical standpoint, it is utterly and completely useless. It's a digital paperweight, a tiny chunk of data taking up space that could be used for something else. But here's the thing. When it comes to the cultural event that is Grand Theft Auto 6, pure logic was ejected from the vehicle at high speed a very, very long time ago. This brings us to the core of the story, the human element. the psychology of the wait. Let's revisit that quote from Reddit user FrequentYak8825. Never thought I'd see the day. Take a moment to truly absorb the weight of those words. For over 10 long years, since the release of Grand Theft Auto V in 2013, Grand Theft Auto 6 has been a ghost, a phantom haunting the digital halls of gaming forums, a sprawling fantasy constructed from supposed insider leaks, blurry map concepts, and endless speculation. The wait has been so protracted, so immense, that it has become a defining characteristic of an entire console generation. Think about the sheer scale of time that has passed. A person who was in high school when Grand Theft Auto V launched might now have a university degree, a career, a mortgage, maybe even a family of their own. The game has been a constant, yet perpetually absent, presence in the lives of millions. Let's put this into an even starker perspective. Grand Theft Auto V originally launched on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. It was then masterfully remastered for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And then, believe it or not, it was enhanced again for the current generation, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X. This single game has actively spanned 3 distinct hardware generations. A player could have started their journey in Los Santos on a console that is now considered a vintage retro machine. This isn't just a long wait. It's a historically unprecedented period of time for a flagship sequel in a major franchise. The world has changed. Technology has leaped forward in ways we could barely imagine in 2013, and yet the follow-up remained on the distant horizon. This context is absolutely crucial to understanding the emotional payload carried by this tiny digital download. This decade-long vigil was also a deeply communal experience. It forged an online culture of its own. Entire subreddits, like the legendary r/GTA6, became digital campfires where millions gathered to share hope, dissect microscopic leaks, and create elaborate theories from the thinnest of threads. They became amateur cartographers, trying to piece together the map of Vice City from background details in the first trailer. They became detectives, analyzing character animations and NPC behaviors. For this dedicated global community, the wait was an active, participatory event. So when this official file appeared, it wasn't just for them as individuals, it was a victory for the collective. It was the moment their shared obsession was finally officially acknowledged by the creators themselves. So for these fans, to finally see that official icon, that vibrant logo, sitting there on their own personal console is not just a small event. It is a deeply profound and validating moment. It's the crystallization of a decade of fervent hope, patience, and community discussion into a single, tangible, albeit tiny, digital artifact. The other quote, from user Madiro, "Same, feels illegal," perfectly captures this breach of expectation. It's not about criminality, it's about the feeling of witnessing something you were beginning to believe was impossible. It feels like a glitch in the Matrix, like seeing a unicorn grazing in your backyard. This small download has become a modern-day digital ritual. It is a collective act of faith performed by a global community, a shared experience that bonds them together. It's a unified message to Rockstar, saying, "We are here, we are ready, let's go." If you've ever felt that spine-tingling level of pure, unadulterated hype for a game, a movie, or a new album you've waited years for, you know exactly what this feels like. And if you do, show some love and support by hitting that like button, because it's a beautiful testament to the incredible power of storytelling and the unwavering patience of a truly dedicated fanbase. Now, let's put on our analyst hats, because it's time to talk about the architects of this entire situation, Rockstar Games. Do you really believe this happened by accident? That some intern tripped over a server cable and accidentally made this file live? Absolutely not. Rockstar Games is not a company that allows for accidents. They are the undisputed puppet masters of video game marketing. They operate in a self-imposed shroud of secrecy, moving on their own enigmatic timeline, only to emerge from the shadows to drop earth-shattering announcements when the world least expects it. Think back to the masterful rollout for Red Dead Redemption 2. the cryptic social media posts featuring nothing but a red-drenched Rockstar logo, sending the internet into a deductive frenzy. They don't play by the standard marketing rulebook, they write it. Consider the standard playbook for most major game releases today. We are often subjected to a relentless, year-long drip feed of information. A cinematic trailer, followed by a gameplay trailer, then a character trailer, a developer diary, a steady stream of screenshots on social media, influencer previews, and on and on. The market becomes so saturated with pre-release content that by the time the game arrives, there is often a sense of fatigue, a feeling that you've already seen most of what it has to offer. Rockstar Games rejects this philosophy entirely. Their silence is a weapon. It cultivates mystery and elevates their eventual reveals from mere marketing beats to genuine cultural events. By saying nothing, they make every single word, every image, infinitely more valuable. This pre-preload is the epitome of that strategy. Maximum impact from minimum disclosure. It demonstrates a level of brand confidence that is simply unmatched in the industry. Any other developer attempting such a move might be met with ridicule or accusations of being out of touch. But because this is Rockstar, and because this is Grand Theft Auto, it is perceived as a masterclass in controlled chaos, a brilliant manipulation of audience desire. This tiny, useless file is an absolute stroke of marketing genius. Firstly, it costs them practically nothing to execute. It's a simple update to a digital storefront listing. Secondly, and most importantly, it generates a colossal wave of completely free advertising and discussion. Just look at what's happening. Countless articles are being written, YouTube creators are making videos about it. Reddit, X, and Instagram are being flooded with millions of screenshots of people's home screens, all featuring the Grand Theft Auto V6 logo. Rockstar is effortlessly dominating the gaming news cycle without needing to reveal a single new screenshot, a new line of dialogue, or a new frame of gameplay. It is pure, concentrated hype fuel administered directly into the veins of the community. Thirdly, it masterfully primes the pump for the next, even bigger event. By establishing these official listings on both the Xbox and PlayStation storefronts, they are methodically setting the stage. The digital infrastructure is now in place. The path is cleared. The next logical, inevitable step is the one that everyone is truly holding their breath for, the moment that pre-order button goes live. This pre-preload is the complimentary breadbasket at a 5-star restaurant. It's not the meal, but it's designed to whet your appetite and make you ravenous for the main course. It's a calculated power move, and it is working to absolute perfection. So, where does this leave us in the grand narrative of Grand Theft Auto 6's release? It means we are officially in the endgame. The long, winding journey to the shores of Vice City has been a true marathon, and this small download is the equivalent of hearing the thunderous roar of the crowd from just outside the stadium. It's the unmistakable sign that the finish line is finally, mercifully in sight. The era of vague whispers and shadowy, unverified leaks is definitively over. We have transitioned into the concrete, tangible phase of the rollout. We have an official trailer that didn't just break the internet, it shattered YouTube viewing records and became a global cultural event overnight. We have a confirmed release window of 2025. And now, we have a physical, or at least digital, piece of the game, however small and symbolic, sitting on our very own consoles. Each of these milestones is a carefully placed, brilliantly orchestrated stepping stone leading us all the way to our final destination. It transforms the abstract, hazy concept of sometime next year into a very real, very exciting, and very palpable countdown. That icon on your screen is more than just a shortcut. It's a daily reminder that what is arguably the most anticipated entertainment product in human history is on its way. The question is no longer if. The only questions that remain are when exactly in 2025, and what masterpiece of hype will Rockstar unveil next? Will it be our first official look at the new Rage 9 engine in action, a technical showcase demonstrating the next-generation experience they've been crafting in secret? Could we get dedicated character deep dives, exploring the backgrounds and motivations of Lucia and Jason, the series' first ever dual protagonists in this Bonnie and Clyde-inspired narrative?
Or will they drop a bombshell feature reveal, something that completely redefines the open-world genre in the same way Grand Theft Auto 3 did all those years ago? The possibilities are as vast and exciting as the reimagined state of Leonida itself. Furthermore, this slow, deliberate rollout serves another critical purpose: managing expectations. The pressure on Grand Theft Auto 6 to not only match but exceed its legendary predecessor is astronomical.
Grand Theft Auto 5 sold over 200 million copies and remains a titan of the industry. Following that up is a monumental task. By re-engaging the community with these small, confident steps, Rockstar is slowly recalibrating the hype, transforming it from a wild, untamed beast of pure speculation into a focused and controlled burn leading up to launch. They are not just selling a game, they are curating the experience of anticipating it. The atmosphere is absolutely electric. This decade-long journey to Vice City has been one for the history books, and we are committed to covering every single step, every reveal, and every last tantalizing detail right up to launch day and beyond. To ensure you're right here with us the moment the next big story breaks, do yourself a favor and subscribe with all notifications switched on. Trust me, you will not want to miss what comes next. The final countdown has begun. The icon is on the screen. The entire world is watching. And Rockstar Games, you can be sure,